My lovelies, it is time we have this honest conversation. You know, we all celebrate motivation. We chase it. We even wait for it. But fellows, motivation is emotional. It rises and it falls. And when you are going through trauma, when you are going through loss, or disappointment, or emotional exhaustion, motivation is often the first thing to disappear. You wake up tired. You feel stuck. You feel defeated. And then even the smallest task feels like a burden to you. So, what now happens when you don't feel like trying anymore? When your entire body is giving up on you, and when motivation is gone, do you just stop? Or you have to do something that will carry you on? Because the truth is, motivation will fail you at some point. Oh yes. But you see, habits, the habit you developed along your life journey will reveal or determine how you survive. My darlings, motivation is a feeling, while habits are a system. Motivation says, I feel like doing this today. While habit says, this is what I do regardless of how I feel. Motivation is temporal. Habits are stabilizing. Motivation is emotion driven, therefore it is influenced by your mood, by your energy level, by your stress, or even your trauma exposure. So that's why in difficult season, or when life challenges you, your nervous system shifts into survival mode. For example, you can be in the flight mode where you are fighting for survival, or you freeze and maybe you shut down and unable to continue, or you just go into avoidance mode, or even emotional numbness. And then in these states, your energy drops, your focus decreases, and hope feels so distant. And in these moments, my people, motivation is not reliable. No, it is not. So the question now becomes, what keeps you going when motivation is gone? When you don't have the urge, the zeal to do anything. When you feel all hope is gone, you can no longer fight. You can no longer struggle. The answer is simple, fellas. Habits. Oh yes. Habits keeps you going. Okay? Motivation is powerful, but it is not stable. It comes and goes depending on your mood and mindset at a particular time. You cannot build your life or something, you cannot build your life, on something that fluctuates according to how you feel. So let's be honest. You will not always feel motivated in life because every day is not the same. You will not always feel strong as a person. No. You will not always feel hopeful or even have faith in God because there are sometimes you question your existence and circumstances happening to you because you are human and human beings are vulnerable. But you know what? Your life cannot pause. Every time your emotion fluctuates. And this is why habits matter. Habit keeps it moving. So do not wait to feel ready. You have to build habits. Do not wait to feel inspired. You need to build habits that will hold you when you cannot hold yourself. Because one day, those habits will be the very thing that carries you through your darkest moments. Okay, my lovelies. But with habits, they are learned behavioral patterns created through repetition. So habits is a learned behavioral pattern created through repetition, which means something you do every time, something you've already practiced, So they reduce the need for decision making, for emotional energy or willpower. So when you practice something every day, it becomes a habit for you. So when something is depressed or overwhelmed, therapy uses behavioral activation as support. And you know why? Because action comes before motivation. You don't have to wait to feel better to act. Sometimes you act your way into feeling better. I'll come again. You don't have to wait to feel better to act. Sometimes you act your way into feeling better because action comes before feeling, people. You may not feel motivated to get out of bed, but you get up anyway. That is habit. You may not feel like eating, but you still have to nourish your body anyway. You may not feel hopeful, but you still take that small step one at a time. And over time, those small, repeated actions begins to regulate your system and restore a sense of control. So for us to better understand this, motivation is emotional, while habit is structured. Motivation is inconsistent, while habit is reliable. Motivation requires energy, while habit conserves energy. Motivation is short-term, while habit is long-term. So no matter how you feel, you still try to exercise some of your survival habits, like for example, getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, drink water, or even step outside for 2 minutes. Those are habits. You will not always feel strong, my lovelies. No. You will not always feel motivated. No. But your life cannot stop every time your feelings shift. Okay? Habits are what hold you together. So when everything inside you feels like it is falling apart, Habits holds you together. So build them now. Practice them daily. Let them carry you when you cannot carry yourself. So start today, fellas. Choose one habit to practice at a time. One small thing to practice for survival and commit to it. Not because you feel like it, okay? But because your life depends on it. Okay, my lovelies? And then you can practice affirmation, like saying something to yourself every day. I may not feel motivated, but I can still show up for myself. That should be your affirmation. Oh yes, today, I may not feel motivated to do anything, but I can still show up for myself. That's what habit does. So my darlings, until I see you all again, take good care of yourself. Be kind to yourself, fellas, and be kind to others. Stay strong and stay free.